Hello everyone, we are discussing about the kinematics. So kinematics is study of object in motion. Kinematics is study of object in motion. Kinematics is study of object in motion. Study of object in motion. Where we can use the kinematics means suppose if an object is in motion. So if you want to study the motion of the object. So in that particular aspect, so you need to use the kinematics. So what is by motion? What is by motion? So motion means it is a change in position of the object with time. Motion is change in position of the object with time. Motion is the change the position of the object with time. Change the position of the object with time. So types of motion. Types of motion next. So there are different types of motions. So first one motion in 1D. First one motion in 1D. Nothing but one dimension. Motion in one dimension. So motion under gravity is one of the example. So gravity అనేది సపోజ్ నేను ఒక బాల్ ని టాప్ నుంచి డ్రాప్ చేస్తున్నాను అంటే మోషన్ ఏ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఓన్లీ వన్ డైరెక్షన్ లో మాత్రమే ఉంది ఎలాంగ్ వన్ డైరెక్షన్ ఓన్లీ మోషన్ ఎలాంగ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ డైరెక్షన్ దిస్ ఇస్ మోషన్ ఇన్ వన్ డే సో మోషన్ ఇన్ వన్ లైన్ సో వన్ యాక్సిస్ ఇది కాల్డ్ యాజ్ మోషన్ ఇన్ వన్ డైమెన్షన్ నెక్స్ట్ మోషన్ ఇన్ 2D motion in 2D. So here any motion in a plane. So plane lo any motion in a plane. So having the two dimensions. In dimension two dimension. So next circular motion. Next is circular motion. So what is the circular motion? Motion of a particle fixed point from the fixed point. Motion of a particle from the fixed point. Motion of a particle from the fixed point. Next rotational motion. Next rotational motion. So what is my rotational motion? So rotation of an object around the some axis. Rotation of the object around the some axis. Next oscillatory motion. So what is my oscillatory motion? To and fro motion. To and fro motion of the pendulum. Example. So here the pendulum is moving to and fro motion. So the to and fro motion is nothing but oscillatory motion. So to and fro motion about the fixed point. To and fro motion about the fixed point. So that is the oscillatory motion. Example pendulum. So motion in 3D. So motion 3D nothing but three axis motion. So motion in three dimension. Motion in a three dimension. Next, what is mean by position? So what is mean by position? What is mean by position? So what is mean by position and position vector? What is mean by position and position vector? What is the position vector? So it is the exact location of the object with respect to reference. It is the exact location of the object with respect to the reference. Suppose here I am drawing a reference line. So this is a reference line. So in this reference line I am marking from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So left side 1, -1, -2, -3. So what is my position vector? It is the exact location of the object with respect to reference. So here I am taking reference point 0. So a person 0 దగ్గర నుంచి 3 వరకు మూవ్ అవుతున్నాడు. So he is moving from 0 to 3. సో రిఫరెన్స్ సో పొజిషన్ ఏమవుతుంది పర్సన్ యొక్క పొజిషన్ ఏమవుతుంది సో ది పర్సన్ యొక్క పొజిషన్ ఇది 3 I క్యాప్. సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నాను విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు ది రిఫరెన్స్. సో రిఫరెన్స్ బేస్ చేసుకొని పర్సన్ యొక్క పొజిషన్ అనేది డిఫైన్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఇక్కడ ఏమంటున్నాం ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ లొకేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు రిఫరెన్స్. సో రిఫరెన్స్ పాయింట్ బేస్ చేసుకొని పర్సన్ ఎంత డిస్టెన్స్ లో ఉన్నాడని మెజర్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఏ విధంగా చెప్తున్నా ఇక్కడ ఏ విధంగా డిఫైన్ చేస్తున్న పొజిషన్ ని విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు ది రిఫరెన్స్. సో పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కెన్ చేంజ్ బై చేంజింగ్ ది రిఫరెన్స్. నేను ఒకవేళ రిఫరెన్స్ ని చేంజ్ చేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది, సో పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కూడా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. నెక్స్ట్ పొజిషన్ వెక్టార్. నెక్స్ట్ పొజిషన్ వెక్టార్. Suppose here I am taking a graph. So here it is a two lines of the graph. So this is the R vector, nothing but position vector. R vector is nothing but position vector. So a person is traveling from the origin. So origin is travel చేస్తున్నాడు with two different positions. With two different positions. So ఇక్కడ ఏం రాయొచ్చు, the coordinate. Suppose here I am taking xyz coordinates. Suppose here I am taking xyz coordinates. So then it is a position vector ఏమని రాయొచ్చు. So R position vector is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus z k cap. So this is the position vector. Suppose the coordinates are 1 comma 2 comma 1 comma 3 comma 4. So how we can write the position vector? So position vector R is equal to 1 I cap plus 3 j cap plus along z direction 4 k cap. So this is about the position vector. So how we can define the position vector means by using the reference, by using the reference only. By using the reference. So next, distance. What do you mean by distance? What do you mean by distance? So it is the total path traveled. It is the total path traveled. Suppose the person is traveling from here to here. So he is traveling like a curved path. Okay. So how we can measure distance? So it is the total path from here to here. So you have to measure the total path from initial to final. So the total path traveled is distance. Total path traveled is distance. So it is a scalar. Distance is a scalar. Here we are only measuring the distance. We are not mentioning the direction. So direction mention చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ లేదు కదా. So we are only measuring the quantity. Nothing but here we are only measuring the value. So how much distance is traveling. So we are not mentioning the direction. ఇక్కడ direction mention చేస్తున్నామా చేయట్లేదు. So that is why. So distance is a scalar. So distance is always positive. Distance is always positive. So distance d is equal to 0. Suppose distance అనేది 0 ఉంది. Nothing but so object is at rest. Object అనేది rest లో ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది, distance is equal to 0. So distance always adds up. So ఎప్పుడు కూడా distance అనేది యాడ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. Next displacement. Next displacement. So what do you mean displacement? The vector between the initial and final position. The vector between the initial and final position. It is the vector between the initial position and the vector between initial position and final position. Final position. It is the vector between the initial and final position. Suppose here I am taking a graph. Position, two positions. So here the final position and initial position. How we can measure the displacement? So displacement S. How we can measure the displacement? So displacement as in displacement nothing but. So it indicates the vector between the initial and final position. So final position Rf minus initial position. So this is about the displacement. So displacement is equal to final position minus initial position. So displacement can be positive or negative. So distance is always positive, but displacement it may be positive or negative or zero. So displacement 0 అవుతే ఏమవుతుంది, so it is also rest position object అనేది. Next. So next we can write as a displacement. So displacement displacement less than or equal to distance. In some cases, the displacement is equal to distance. In some cases, so distance is greater than the displacement. సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఎందుకు మాడ్ అప్లై చేస్తున్నాను అంటే సో ఇట్ మే బి పాజిటివ్ ఆర్ నెగిటివ్. సో డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ మే బి పాజిటివ్ ఆర్ నెగిటివ్. సో నెగిటివ్ లో ఉండొచ్చు, డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ పాజిటివ్ లో ఉండొచ్చు. సో దట్స్ వై ఐఎమ్ పుట్టింగ్ ది మాడ్. నెక్స్ట్ స్పీడ్. So what do you mean by speed? What do you mean by speed? So speed, the rate at which the object covers a distance is called speed. So speed is equal to, we can write as a speed is equal to distance by time. Speed is equal to distance by time. So speed is a scalar quantity. So speed is a scalar quantity. సో ఇక్కడ మనం డైరెక్షన్ ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఇందులో, స్పీడ్లో లేదు కదా, ఓన్లీ వాల్యూస్ మాత్రమే ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో స్పీడ్ is a scalar quantity. So it is always positive. Speed is always positive. It cannot be negative. So how we can write the formula of the average speed? So average speed. If you want to write the formula of the average speed, what is the formula of average speed? Is equal to total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. So next, what is the instantaneous speed? Instantaneous speed. So we can write the formula of instantaneous speed. So instantaneous speed is equal to, we can write as a, so small change in distance by small change in time. So we can write as ds by dt. We can write as a ds by dt, nothing but small change in distance by small change in time. So suppose the average speed is 0. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ at permanent rest. Suppose the instantaneous speed is equal to 0. It may be permanent rest. It may be. So distance is always depend on the path. సో డిస్టెన్స్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా పాత్ మీద డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. సో డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ డిపెండ్ ఆన్ ది ఇనిషియల్ అండ్ ఫైనల్ వెక్టార్, ఇనిషియల్ అండ్ ఫైనల్ పొజిషన్ వెక్టార్. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఇస్ బై వెలాసిటీ? The rate at which change of position of the object is called velocity. What is by velocity? The rate at which the rate of change of position of object is called velocity. The rate of change of position is called velocity. We can write the velocity. So here we need to include the direction also. So velocity మన direction కూడా include అయి ఉంటుంది. So speed with direction, we are including speed with direction. Suppose a person is traveling 10 kilometers north. So example in this, so a person is traveling 10 kilometers towards north. So here I am mentioning direction also. So ఇక్కడ డైరెక్షన్ మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నా. సో ఎక్కడైతే మనం డైరెక్షన్ మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఎక్కడైతే స్పీడ్ విత్ డైమెన్షన్, స్పీడ్ విత్ డైరెక్షన్ ఎక్కడైతే మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నాం అక్కడ మనం వెలాసిటీని యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో వెలాసిటీ is a vector quantity. Means here I am mentioning direction also and magnitude and direction. So here I am mentioning the magnitude and direction. So velocity is a vector quantity. So velocity formula in the displacement time. So velocity is equal to displacement by time. So what is the average velocity? So average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time. So average velocity is equal to total displacement by total time. So what is by instantaneous velocity? So what is by instantaneous velocity? So instantaneous velocity V is equal to, you can get a small change in displacement by small change in time. So instantaneous velocity is equal to small change in displacement by small change in time. So this is about the velocity. So kinematics, the study of motion of the object, study of object in motion. So motion లో సో ఏదైనా ఆబ్జెక్ట్ గురించి స్టడీ చేస్తున్నది ఒక మోషన్ గురించి, సో అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తారు, కైనమాటిక్స్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ ది కైనమాటిక్స్ టాపిక్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వీడియోలో డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. Thank you.